What is up, my dogs, and welcome to week one, day one of the performance enhancing vibes cycle. I'm going to put up one of these videos for each day of the week, kind of outlining some bigger picture topics that your coach won't be able to touch on in class about what you should be prioritizing in that day's lifting and conditioning. Today's going to be a little bit longer because I want to touch on some bigger picture concepts about the cycle as a whole. And the first and most important one is that you watching this, regardless of who you are, because if you're watching it, you go to JAG. We go to a gym like JAG for some very specific reasons. It's because we don't want the gym to be something that we have to do that day. It's not just a box that we check. So many people show up to the gym because they feel obligated to, either for their health or from society. They dread it. They put their headphones in. They piddle around for 30 minutes. They do nothing productive, and then they leave, but they can say to themselves and to others they went to the gym that day. You are not that person. You go to the gym, and a gym like JAG, because it should be something you enjoy. It should be a place that you can go to push yourself, to be around people that you enjoy and create community and interaction, and so that you can truly strive to improve qualities about your fitness. So remember that the gym can and should be fun, because when you show up for the gym, yes, you are showing up for you, and that's the most important person you're showing up for. But you're also showing up for everyone else that's in your class. It's because of you and their other classmates that they are there. You guys create the accountability. You create the community. And most of all, you create the fucking vibes. And the vibes of the class, the training environment, scientifically has a direct implication on someone's ability to perform. So you're showing up to perform for yourself, but know that the way you show up also creates more opportunity for others to perform at their best. And in a cycle where we're going to be shooting for the moon with top sets on almost every day of the week and on almost all of our lifts, it's important that you show up with those vibes to help drive that performance. But it's also important that you remember, if you read my email, I dropped a wild statistic on you. Your top end strength can vary up to 18% from day to day. And yes, that's the really wide range of the spectrum. But recognize that one day it might be a top set of 5 and you work up to 200 pounds for that lift. And the next week, it might be a top set of 4, which is obviously less reps, and you only work up to 170, and you're like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm getting weaker and I'm getting less fit. No, you're not. You're just not a machine. And so there are going to be days where you slept well, your nutrition's dialed in, your hydration's dialed in, you're not stressed out from life outside of the gym. And those are the days where you should absolutely smash it. Bring that energy, take advantage of the fact that you feel great, and celebrate those really big wins. The weeks that you show up and you do not smash it because you didn't sleep good, you had a bachelor party, that whatever it is, right? You're just not there to perform that day. Those are the days that you're actually the biggest savage, because there are 2 qualities that are consistent across all high performers in fitness, and only 2, and that is consistency and effort. If you look at anyone who has achieved great things with their performance, or even come a long way from where they started, those people show up consistently and they provide a lot of effort consistently. Even when that effort is not impressive to them, they're still giving their best. If you're the person doing that, even on the days that you don't feel great, then you're the real savage. You're the one laying down that mortar and stacking those additional bricks and continuing to build what will be other great performances in the future. So the biggest of shout outs to you. Now, for Monday specifically, on this day, you are going to have 2 different options as far as your lifts. You'll have the strength and power and the build and tone bench press progressions, and then you will have the clean and jerk progression. Keep in mind with our bench top sets, and this will apply to top sets throughout all of our strength lifts throughout the weeks, the intent is not to max out whatever the top set is, unless it's one of those days you feel like a freak and you're like, yo, I'm going to hit this 5 rep PR or whatever it is today. Most days, it is just going to be a top set as in heavy, right? So work up to whatever it will give you that day. We should not be failing tons and tons of lifts across this cycle because we should only be loading weight onto the bar that we feel extremely confident in our ability to successfully lift for the number of repetitions. Build and tone and strength and power will look very similar here. You're just going to see a different number as your top set, different percentages, and different back off weights. Now, when we look at our clean and jerk progression for our barbell club, this is a really cool one because it's going to drive you to push heavy on the days you feel good and still have you getting in some heavy work on the days that you don't. Continue to build in those percentages until you cannot hit the next percentage. Either that means you fail it or you barely make the percentage before and you go, this one ain't worth trying. For those of you that have a lagging jerk relative to your clean, this works out really nice too, because at some point you can let those jerks fall off of the complex, continue with the cleans until you will no longer be able to hit those, and then you just transition into the pulls for the remaining percentages or until time runs out. Now, this is also an elite day if you are truly focused on improving your super total and your top end strength, because this will be our last major top end strength push for our competitive CrossFit athletes before the Open to make this a double strength day. You are encouraged to, if that sounds fun to you or aligns with your fitness goals, do the clean and jerks as your first part, and then finish with one of the bench progressions as your second part. And yes, that is the order in which you would want to do it. Don't do bench and then clean and jerks. That's not nearly as productive training. Start with the high technical lift, finish with the slower strength lift. Then you're going to have your Metcon afterwards. Your Metcon is going to be extremely gymnastics focused for those that are looking to improve their capacity of those. It will alternate weekly between capacity work or density work, which is going to be larger sets forced to break up. They're going to be limited by muscular endurance. You'll see that next week. This week, you will see our other type or energy system of this progression, where it's going to be smaller sets, where you're going to have to limit your time in transitions, and you're going to have to work on a more sustained output over the total clock. You'll see the pump variation as well. That's a great option for those of you that don't care about gymnastics and care more about being jacked than being able to do the gymnastics thing. The pump variation will definitely make you more jacked than the gymnastics one. But have any questions, ask your coaches. They know everything. They're sick. And show up for you. Show up for others. Bring those vibes. And let's absolutely smash the next 7 weeks.